Alright guys, and welcome back to the Little Long Game channel. Today we have the third season of our 10 seasons which are being simulated on F1 2022 My Team Career Mode. It's been an interesting start. Leclerc absolutely dominated the first two seasons, so have Ferrari, but can anyone topple them? Well, let's go see what the driver changes are and see if we can find if there are any new challenges. So heading into Season 3, Sergio Perez decided to call it a day, leaving his Red Bull seat vacant, which was taken by a former Red Bull driver in Daniel Ricciardo. He then left his McLaren seat vacant, which allowed Sebastien Vettel to leave Aston Martin to join McLaren. Alexander Albon moved yet again, this time to Aston Martin. Mick Schumacher replaced Albon at Alfa Romeo. Schwartzman moved from Alfa Romeo to Haas, which then allowed Oscar Piastri to finally get his Formula 1 seat at Alfa Romeo. So, in the first race of the third season, Max Verstappen wins at Bahrain ahead of Charles Leclerc in second, Sebastian Vettel getting a podium in his first race for McLaren, Lando Norris was fourth, Ricciardo fifth, Hamilton sixth, Tsunoda seventh, Russell eighth, Magnussen ninth, and Bottas finished in 10th. And in the second race weekend at Saudi Arabia, Max Verstappen wins yet again. That Red Bull on fire early on this season. Lando Norris finished second in the McLaren. Leclerc got on the podium in third. Vettel fourth. Sainz fifth. Russell sixth. Gasly seventh. Albon eighth. Magnussen ninth. And Tsunoda got the final point in 10th. And as we went down under, Charles Leclerc found his form again, winning in Australia. Max Verstappen second, Norris third, Sainz fourth, Vettel fifth, Russell sixth, Ricciardo seventh, Hamilton eighth, Gasly ninth, and Magnussen finished in 10th. Next up was the first of our sprint weekends at Imola. Lando Norris wins the sprint race ahead of Charles Leclerc. Hamilton third, Russell fourth, Verstappen fifth, Vettel sixth, Sainz 7th, Gasly 8th, picking up that final point for the sprint. And in the Grand Prix, McLaren had a sublime time with Lando Norris winning and Vettel making it a 1-2 in second. Hamilton got on the podium in third, Verstappen 4th, Leclerc 5th, Sainz 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Gasly 8th, Bottas 9th, and Ocon got that final point for Alpine. The sunny streets of Miami were to follow, and Charles Leclerc picked up victory. George Russell was second. Hamilton made sure both Mercedes make it onto the podium. Norris was fourth, Verstappen fifth, Vettel sixth, Sainz seventh, Gasly eighth, Ricciardo ninth, and Yuki Tsunoda picked up another point in 10th. So, after 5 races, Charles Leclerc leads the Drivers' Championship 4 points ahead of Max Verstappen in second. Lando Norris just 8 points off the pace. Vettel is 4th, Hamilton 5th, Russell 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Tsunoda sits in 10th. However, in the Constructors, it is McLaren sitting pretty at the top. Ferrari second, Red Bull third, Mercedes fourth, Alpine fifth, AlphaTauri sixth, Williams seventh, Aston Martin eighth, and Alfa Romeo and Haas are 9th and 10th with 0 points. Next up, however, was Spain, where Mercedes hit form again. Lewis Hamilton wins with George Russell making it a 1-2. Leclerc made the podium in third, Verstappen fourth, Norris fifth, Sainz sixth, Vettel seventh, Ricciardo 8th, Bottas 9th, and Gasly finished in 10th. From Spain we travel to the mean streets of Monaco, where Mercedes form continued. George Russell this time picking up victory, but Hamilton once again made it a Mercedes 1-2. Norris made it an all-British podium, finishing in third. Vettel 4th, Leclerc 5th, Ricciardo 6th, Gasly 7th, Tsunoda 8th, Bottas 9th, and Kevin Magnussen picking up a vital point for Williams. Mercedes seem to have made an absolute machine now in Azerbaijan as George Russell picks up the victory. Verstappen was second, Vettel third, Norris fourth, Hamilton fifth, Sainz sixth, Ricciardo seventh, Gasly eighth, Magnussen ninth, and Bottas finished in 10th. 4 straight wins on the bounce for Mercedes, 3 on the bounce for Russell, 3 1-2s in the last 4 races. Mercedes are on fire, and Canada is no different. Leclerc makes the podium to round that off. Verstappen 4th, Norris 5th, Vettel 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Bottas is in 10th. And next up we had Britain, where Mercedes form ended. Lando Norris picking up victory for McLaren. Leclerc was 2nd, Vettel rounded off the podium in 3rd, Verstappen 4th, Hamilton 5th, Russell 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Stroll picked up that final point in 10th. Following Britain comes our second sprint weekend, and in the sprint race in Austria, Charles Leclerc picked up victory, Lando Norris was 2nd, Verstappen 3rd, Russell 4th, Hamilton 5th, Sainz 6th, Vettel 7th, and Ricciardo got the final point in 8th. And in the Grand Prix, Lando Norris toppled Charles Leclerc to win ahead of Max Verstappen in 2nd, Vettel 3rd, Hamilton 4th, Sainz 5th, Leclerc in a very disappointing 6th position, Ricciardo 7th, Bottas 8th, Gasly 9th, and Albon finished in 10th. Off to France we go for this race weekend, where Charles Leclerc picks up victory, George Russell 2nd, Lando Norris 3rd, Max Verstappen 4th, Lewis Hamilton 5th, Vettel 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Ocon got a point for Alpine in 10th. Next up is the final race before the mid-season break in Hungary, and George Russell picked up victory ahead of Lando Norris in 2nd. Hamilton made sure it was an all-British podium in 3rd. Leclerc was 4th, Verstappen 5th, Vettel 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Albon once again in 10th. And so, heading into the mid-season break, Lando Norris leads the Drivers' Championship, 18 points ahead of Charles Leclerc. Verstappen is 3rd, Russell 4th, Hamilton 5th, Vettel 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Bottas sits in 10th. And in the Constructors, McLaren still lead the way, 16 points ahead of Mercedes, Ferrari 3rd, Red Bull 4th, Alpine 5th, AlphaTauri 6th, Williams 7th, Aston Martin 8th, and Haas and Alfa Romeo are 9th and 10th, and still both on 0 points. Off to Belgium we go now, and Charles Leclerc picked up victory ahead of George Russell in 2nd, Vettel rounded off the podium, Sainz 4th, Verstappen 5th, Hamilton 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Gasly 8th, Ocon 9th, and Bottas 10th. And for the 3rd season on the trot, the Dutch Grand Prix has gone to Charles Leclerc ahead of homeboy Max Verstappen in 2nd. Norris is 3rd, Sainz 4th, Russell 5th, Hamilton 6th, Vettel 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Ocon finished in 10th. Next up we had Italy, and Lando Norris managed to find some form to win a Grand Prix yet again as he tries to dethrone Leclerc, who finished in 2nd. Vettel was 3rd, Russell 4th, Sainz 5th, Verstappen 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Ocon 8th, Gasly 9th, and Bottas got that final point in 10th. It appears he's finding form at just the right time as Lando Norris wins in Singapore, Verstappen 2nd, Russell 3rd, Vettel 4th, Hamilton 5th, Sainz 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Gasly 8th, Ocon 9th, and Magnussen finished in 10th. It's 3 on the bounce for Lando Norris as he wins in Japan. Vettel makes sure it's a 1-2 for McLaren. Verstappen is 3rd, Russell 4th, Hamilton 5th, Sainz 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Gasly 8th, Ocon 9th, and Alexander Albon finished in 10th. And as we head to the other side of the world, it was George Russell who picked up victory in the United States of America. Max Verstappen 2nd, Charles Leclerc 3rd, Vettel 4th, Hamilton 5th, Sainz 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Gasly 8th, Ocon 9th. Schumacher finished in 10th, however, the final point seemed to go to 11th place, Valtteri Bottas. And as we go to Mexico, Charles Leclerc picks up victory ahead of George Russell in 2nd, Hamilton 3rd, Sainz 4th, Norris in a very disappointing 5th. Is he bottling this championship? Ricciardo is 6th, Gasly 7th, Ocon 8th, Bottas 9th. And this time Mick Schumacher does finish in 10th, and he does get his first point of this World Drivers' Championship. Fantastic for him, fantastic for Alfa Romeo. And with 2 races remaining, Lando Norris leads the Drivers' Championship still, 11 points ahead of Charles Leclerc. Russell has an outside chance, 25 points off the pace. Verstappen is 4th, Hamilton 5th, Vettel 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Ocon makes sure both Alpines are in the top 10. And it looks like the Constructors' Championship is also going down to the wire. McLaren 25 points ahead of Mercedes in second, Ferrari a third, Red Bull 4th, Alpine 5th, AlphaTauri 6th, Williams 7th, Aston Martin 8th, Alfa Romeo on 9th, and with a point finally, Haas sitting 10th. Next up we go to Brazil, where we have our final sprint weekend. Max Verstappen won the sprint race, Leclerc was second, Russell third, Norris fourth, Hamilton fifth, Sainz sixth, Vettel seventh, and Ricciardo finished in 8th, the final point scoring position. And that all led to Lando Norris winning the Grand Prix, Verstappen second, Leclerc third, Russell fourth, Hamilton fifth, Vettel sixth, Sainz seventh, Gasly 8th, Ocon 9th, and Bottas finished in 10th. And heading into the final Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi, Lando Norris was holding on to his lead at the top of the championship. Max Verstappen did win the Grand Prix, but it was Norris who finished second. So Norris is the Drivers' Championship in the third season of F1 2022 My Team Career Mode. Leclerc came home in third, Russell 4th, Hamilton 5th, Vettel 6th, Ricciardo 7th, Sainz 8th, Gasly 9th, and Ocon got that final point in 10th. So there it is, Lando Norris winning the Drivers' Championship, 21 points ahead of Charles Leclerc in the end. Verstappen came third, leapfrogging Russell, who's in 4th, Hamilton 5th, Vettel 6th, Sainz 7th, Ricciardo 8th, Gasly 9th, and Ocon rounded off the top 10. And in the Constructors, McLaren win their first Constructors' Championship, 37 points ahead of Mercedes. Ferrari were third, Red Bull 4th, Alpine 5th, AlphaTauri 6th, Williams 7th, Aston Martin 8th, Alfa Romeo 9th, and Haas finished last. So there you have it. Charles Leclerc and Ferrari's domination is over. Lando Norris and McLaren win the championships in the third season. It's great to see new champions. Will they be able to retain next season? Who's going to be driving for who? We're going to find out soon. But if you are enjoying the series, if you have enjoyed the video, then please do drop it a like and give the channel a subscribe, because those videos will be coming soon. But until then, I'll catch you guys later.